Okay. We've been talking about Moses and the children of Israel, and we got them out of Egypt, we got them across the Red Sea. God gave them the 10 Commandments, and we did the whole golden calf thing, killed a bunch of them over it, because they deserved it. Replaced the 10 Commandments. While Moses was up on the mountain, getting the 10 Commandments, God gave him very detailed, specific plans for the tabernacle. Now the truth is that entire books have been written about the tabernacle and the symbolism involved in the tabernacle. I'm not going to spend years studying the tabernacle, so we're going to go through it kind of quickly. Okay? First of all, God said, I want you to go tell Israel to bring gifts of their own free will of these specific items: gold, silver, bronze, red cloth, blue cloth, purple cloth, white cloth, leather, and he went specifically what he wanted given for the building of the tabernacle. No one was to be forced to give. People were to only give what they wanted to give to God. And the truth is that at some point, Moses had to tell them, quit bringing things. We have enough. We don't need any more. Because the people wanted to give so much. The first thing God told them to build was called the Ark of the Covenant. And it was a box about that size in proportion. It was made of wood, but it was covered in gold. Gold symbolizes God's purity and his value. And there were 2 cherubim on top, and we're not real sure what cherubim looked like when Ezekiel described cherubim. They had 4 faces and 4 arms and 4 wings and wheels. So we're not real sure. They're usually portrayed as angels, though. And God said, when I speak to you, Moses, I will speak to you from the mercy seat, which is what he called the lid to the Ark of the Covenant. Later he will tell them what to put in the Ark. Get my stuff out here. He would tell them later to put the 10 Commandments that he had given, that are now blue, that God himself had carved with his own hand, the 10 Commandments, put those in the Ark of the Covenant, put some manna, which we haven't got to, and put Aaron's walking stick that we haven't got to yet in our stories. To put those all in the Ark of the Covenant. And carrying sticks are supposed to be on it permanently. He also told them to make a table. He told them what size to make the table. Make it of wood, cover it in gold, put this pretty lip around the top so we can put a bread offering to God in it that's supposed to be there all the time. He told them to make a menorah, is what we call it now, but a candlestick that was to light the place up. It was to be made of pure gold that was beaten. So they took the artist that God called, and God told Moses which artist to use. He took a lump of gold and he hit it probably with several different sizes of hammers until he had formed it into this beautiful candlestick that probably did look very much like this. He told them build the framework of the tabernacle out of wood and cover all the wood in gold. He told them to build curtains, and I'm going to hang this one here. This goes between the holy place and the holiest of holies place. And all the walls were to be covered with linen curtains that had red, purple, and blue cherubim embroidered on it. So our flannel isn't quite accurate on that. So it would have been white walls with the pretty angels all over it.
Wherever they are.
Yeah, whatever they are. And I thought it'd be neat. I brought this. I made this. I spun this from raw flax. Okay, you want to feel it? It's kind of coarse feeling. if you took that raw flax and you soaked it and fermented it, it would become very soft and it would become white. And then if you had a professional spinning it instead of me, you could get a very fine, thin thread. And the cloth they made from that is called linen, which is what God told them to hang around the tabernacle. And it's actually a very valuable cloth. Today you can buy linen tablecloths. We don't have any. Our tablecloths are polyester, so that it's okay if they get dirty and we can toss them in the washing machine. Linen is very valuable, and the more you wash it, the softer it gets. Kind of like us, the more that we walk with God, and the more He helps us through life, the softer our hearts get, just like the linen. He also told them, because linen actually can stain, He told them to put a curtain on the outside of the wood made of goat's hair. And we call goat's hair mohair, and I happen to actually have a sample of that also. And you can feel the difference in that. Actually, the linen would be softer than the goat's hair if it was processed, not raw flax. But the goat's hair would have been waterproof and have kept it nice and clean and safe for a really long time. He went on to give them more instructions, which we'll go into a little bit more later. One thing with the candlestick, they were to keep that burning 24 hours a day, every day, no matter what. They would keep it burning. You know, the Bible doesn't say if they kept it burning while they were traveling.
Probably not.
I would think that'd be awfully hard to do. The Bible doesn't say one way or another. But they were supposed to keep it burning, and after the temple was built, in another 400 years or so, when Solomon builds the temple, it will be kept burning 24 hours a day. There will come a time, just to explain a little bit of kind of our culture, a minor part of our culture that you hear about occasionally. There came a time after the last book of the Old Testament was written, but before Jesus was born. Israel was having war with Syria, and the leaders of Israel were called the Maccabees, and they ran out of oil for the candlestick. And so they weren't going to be able to keep it burning, and they were too busy fighting to be able to get more oil. But the candlestick kept burning, even though they ran out of oil.
9 days?
Six days, I believe it was, that it kept burning. Once in a while you hear about Jews in America celebrating Hanukkah. That is the remembrance of God keeping that candlestick burning, even though there was no oil and it shouldn't have kept burning. God provided what He wanted to happen. He provided for it to happen. And I think that's kind of a neat story, even if it isn't in our Bible, it's between our two testaments, the intertestament time. So let's sing a song today. That is the story of Hanukkah. Just because everyone should actually know the foundation of things that are referred to in our culture. So, Jesus loves little children.